What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak. Last time we put an end to things in Chapter 4 in the city of Basil, and once we came back, Risette was ready to resume working, her body was back to normal, and Quattro also showed up to join the Arkwright Solutions office. So now we have another part-timer here that Van has to be okay with having here. So we're going to proceed into the next chapter and see where things take us. Yeah, we'll get our little intro here. Longlie, Hot Springs Village. This is where Reen went at the end of Reverie with the Schwarzer family. Her hand wasn't even close to the hilt. So this is obviously, we met her.
例の方、勝手に仕上げろなんて言われたときはどうしようかと思ったけど。
I forget if they've named her in the other thing, but basically, she is a divine blade of Zero that Reen met.
これならあの弟弟子にも胸を張れそうかな。
I guess you're talking about Reen.
ま、こちらの舞台でまみえる機会はしばらくはなさそうだけど。
姫、万事整いましてございます。
Well, yeah, you broke Reen's sword.
ご苦労様。ま、スポンサーは最大級だし、下見も含めて久しぶりの長期契約だ。最初のお仕事くらいは緩めに行こうか。我らは改めて存在を示せばいい。この地に怒るがありと。
気づかれていたか。さすがは名高き白金の牽制。今回は威力偵察、戦力分析できればそれでいい。脅威度 S 級オーバーの使い手2名、ブリッツ・ハルベルトで仕掛けるぞ。
I don't know if you guys stand a chance. Oh, hello.
ご隠居に挨拶したらそのまま東に顔を出すつもりであったが、かの伝説殿の裏弟子、なるほど大したものだ。その異常なる天品、何のために振るうかは気になるが、風雲渦巻くカルバードの片隅、崑崙の膝元での姫事、気になるが今は捨ておくとしよう。だがまたとない縁、それこそ我が不肖の裏弟子をけしかけてもいいかもしれんな。
Oh boy. Whoever student that is. Alright, we're back in Edith. Maxim over here with Judith.
いやー、まさか君の方からお誘いがあるとは思わなかった。 以前イベントで同席したが、思った以上に情熱的なんだね。
Is he really that blind?
映画に込める熱は誰にも負けるつもりはないしね。あなたがレースに込めるのと同じ。一度話をしてみたいと思ってたの。あなたのファンや恋人さんにちょっと悪い気もするけど。
いやいや、これでもマシンが恋人でね。もちろん麗しく魅力的な女性相手にはその限りじゃないけど。
あら、お上手ね。でも恋人はともかく奥さんやお子さんはいらっしゃったり？
そんなわけないじゃないか。まあせっかくの機会だ。食事だけなのももったいないだろう。お近づきの印にこれから首都高ドライブに招待するよ。その先はどうなるか僕と君次第になるけどね。
ふん、さすが手慣れてるわね。歯の浮くセリフも様になってるし。まあいいわ。各地に出向いている噂バッチリ確かめさせてもらうわよ。構わないわ。それじゃあお手並み拝見と。
なんだ？
Z1 トップレーサーマキシム・ルーガンさん、バズレイダーのものです。
Oh no.
お話を聞かせてもらえないでしょうか。
バスレイダー。メルド以上に立ちの悪いゴシップか。
それでですね、マキシムさん、ここ3ヶ月の間、サルバッドにラングポート、メッセルダムにクロスベル自治州まで
Oh, he was over in Crossbell?
オフ中あちこちに行ってますよね。独身なのをいいことに各地で愛人を作ってのやりたい放題。いよいよ首都でも解禁ってわけですか。
どうしてそれを。まさか毎回つけていたのか。確かに夜遊びくらいはしてるが、ちゃんと目的は別に。待ってくれ。彼女は別に。
まさかこんな大物がかかるとは。よし、これでメルドに勝てる。いつからのお付き合いなんですか、トップ女優ジェディス・ランスターさん。
Well, she's in trouble now. I'm not sure what she was investigating, but this is definitely not going to be good for her image. All right, now we're jumping ahead a week to November 9th. 10:30 a.m. This thing's so cool. It's a mechanical wolf, right? Awesome. It looks really strong, too. It's like some kind of guardian beast from a fairy tale. He's awesome. He is. He's living with us now. Aren't you, Zeros? He can bark, too? Can we pet him? Easy, you two. Don't upset him. That van's just a magnet for strange types, isn't he? The new lad and his animals seem to be a good bunch, but still. Well, even better than good, since they made Yume the happiest I've seen in a while. She is just the cutest darn thing you ever did see. You always like a different person when you're talking about her. And I like that Bran is broadening his circle of friends and acquaintances. It's nice to see. Oh, they're back.
ムール貝5クリム、エビ3クリム、アーティチョーク2クリム、確認を。
Thanks, Fio. I can tell you picked the freshest ones, too. Incredible how quickly technology has advanced. Ah, now I sound really old. Sure has gotten livelier around here compared to when Van was working by his lonesome, though. They're all growing boys and girls, too, so I want to be sure to give them all the food they need. Intermission, a mysterious tale and long line. Gee, I wonder where we're going.
さて 改めてゲネシスとバンさんのグレンデル化だけど、現時点でゲネシスそのものに迫るのはやっぱり無理みたいだ。多分古代遺物に近いプロテクトが何らかの形でかかっているんだろう。アニエスさんにだけ反応することも含めて、まあマフィアは何か知ってそうだけど。
I had a feeling you wouldn't be able to learn anything from them. Mind you, Armada is somewhat in the dark when it comes to the Genesis. Yeah, I get the impression they don't know how they're doing what they're doing with them. Just that they have an idea of what they can do. They're more like disposable tools to whip out for whatever they want to do at any given point. Makes me mad that they're using them this way, but there's no better way of putting it. We've taken 4 back from them so far, and that's how it seemed every time. Yeah, much as it pisses me off, they don't seem to give a damn about what happens to the Genesis after they're done with it. Worth noting here that they do seem pretty consistent in how they're using the Genesis too. Yes, I agree. They've referred to everything they've done as an experiment. Whether it's manipulating people's vital energies, interfering with their minds, or installing a human's personality into a machine. Armada keep using the Genesis as a trigger for various kinds of unnatural phenomena. Yeah, I think that's an important fact to bear in mind if we're going to get to the bottom of this. Fortunately, in all the cases we've seen, the phenomenon triggered hasn't reoccurred once it's been stopped. But there is one particular phenomenon that Armada isn't behind that's happened again and again. Oh. Yeah, I gotcha. Van's transformation into the Grendel, correct? That's right. The ability to reproduce results for further study is a crucial factor in science and engineering. There's a lot we don't know about the Grendel, but what we do know is that it's composed of exceedingly high-density shards. We also know that Van's Hollow Mare appears when activating it, or rather, a version of her that possesses free will appears. Yeah.
はいはい。何なの？要件を言いなさいよね。
Mare, incidentally, is a custom hollow developed at Marduk. Her source code is classified, but she was created using AI knowledge purchased from multiple companies. However, it goes without saying that the hollow designed by Marduk does not have free will. And that's normal. The hollows the rest of us use also talk, but you can't have a conversation with them. But when she shows up to help Van transform, she's clearly got a sense of self. It's theoretically possible she's programmed to only seem that way on the surface, but I'm inclined to agree. Same here, they need to program an obscene number of possible responses to give the illusion of free will. She doesn't even have enough space for that much code, right? That's correct. She takes up only marginally more space on your Ziffa than the hollows everyone else uses. We would need to perform a special test to be absolutely sure either way. But the mare that possesses free will seems to be a life form comprised entirely of data. I don't think I can even wrap my head around that idea. This is sounding real shady all of a sudden. Now, if for argument's sake, we assume that Mare is an AI app that it's achieved free will, the trigger for that would have to be the Genesis, no? That's what I was thinking, yeah. Then again, I hate to say it's in front of you, Reset, but I can't say I fully trust anything Marduk says or does. You needn't worry about causing offense. I understand why you would feel that way. Thanks. Still, I think even they have their limits. I can't help but wonder exactly where the material that formed her source code came from. But I can't imagine they entrusted her to Van, believing that she would exhibit so much unusual behavior. So I think the root cause lies in Professor Epstein's legacy rather than her. Incidentally, an AI gaining free will is one thing that would qualify as a technological singularity. Which would mean, put another way, something happened to Mare that allowed her to evolve past that massive hurdle. Evolve? Now we're really in the goddess's territory. The Testament suggests that evolution was a process intended to let we humans shape the world around us. It's also described as what's helped us bring about our latent potential. That was from the book of Shahat, verse 2, Jokanon's letter, I think? Anyway, I think I get what you're saying. You want to have a chance to observe everything, right? Mare's appearance, the shards going berserk, in short, everything that happens from start to me growing into Grendel. You want to see it all, including what role the Genesis play in it. Oh. Exactly, I think that knowledge will help me support Agnes in her quest for answers, too. Might also let you call on the Grendel's power in a less haphazard and dangerous way. What do you think? Does that work for you? Sure. We got 5. That was simple. We have 5 Genesis so far, which leaves 3 still out there to recover. We can't be sure the Mafia has the rest. But if we get any more chances to stop them from causing any trouble, we should take them. And if I end up with a good excuse to transform in our future work, we'll give it a shot. As long as we have a Genesis on hand, we should be able to brute force whatever the other transformation conditions are. Then we just gotta grab Mare Bear when she shows up, right? That's about the short of it. I've already added the sensors necessary to observe her and record it all to Theo. This could be a little dangerous, but I think it'll be worth our while to try. Don't worry, I'll have you guys there to back me up, so I'm sure I'll be fine. Of course you will. We'll be right there with you all the way. This sounds like it could be fun. I will be there to give any technology-related support that you may need. We can't do any of this without a Genesis being there. If you're not on board, we won't go ahead with it. It's not that. I can't deny I'm worried you might be hurt in the process. But the chances of us learning something are more about the Genesis and the Grendel through this aren't promising. So I'll do all I can to support you. Then it's settled. Alright then, let's get started on today's work. I'm gonna need a few of you to handle some other stuff, but Quattro's trial period ain't over yet, so he's coming with me.
仕事の手順くらいなら正直あっという間だと思うけどね。スプリガンの流儀とやら改めて勉強させてもらおうかな。
I'll back you up the best of my ability. Select one additional member. We'll bring Reset with us since she sat out for a bit. Oh yeah, once you get Quattro, you no longer have to go to shops to work on your orbits. You can get them directly from him. Alright, so no green quests, which obviously makes sense. I'm sure 2 of them are required, and then after that, it'll just depend on everything else. Where's Reset? Oh, there she is. You may just can't get enough of Zeros. They're still playing outside with the other kids. I hope that's not a problem, Quattro. Oh no, it's perfectly fine. I'm sure he'll get some interesting data for the trouble. I don't believe Zeros has interacted with a group of children at once before. It's always good to broaden his horizons like that. I see, I'm glad she's being helpful at any rate. Theo is always helping me out too, so I'll have to reward them later. Ah, well, thank you very much. Man, I have no idea how to approach her. She has quite the presence, doesn't she? No drone can quite match her. Alright, well, since we're here, we may as well something going on over here at the bathhouse. Oh yeah, we have some free time too, so we'll definitely do that first. Hey Van, do my eyes deceive me, or do I see you've made another new friend? And a pretty one at that. Say, since you're here, why don't you hop in for a little dip? Guaranteed you'll love it here. A dip? Oh wait, this is the local bathhouse. I take it they're not that common in Basil. This one's real nice. Got a legit sauna and everything. I could show you how to get the most out of it if you're game. I'm good, thanks. I just had a shower this morning, so it's a bit soon to wash up again. Don't let me stop you though. If the rest of you want to take a bath, go ahead. I don't mind waiting. You sure? Shame. I was looking forward to inducting you as an honorary sauna sage. What? I don't know if I like the sound of that. According to him, a sauna sage is someone with an enlightened appreciation for saunas or something like that. It's supposedly a practice born in Remiferia, where saunas originate from. Man, knock it off. I know you mean well, but don't go making my potential future customers uncomfortable. Anyway, if you're ever interested in giving this place a try, new guy, you're more than welcome to come back anytime. Right, thanks. Maybe I will sometime. Should I? I know what's supposed to happen in these sorts of places. So I assume he just waits outside. I think I'll pass on it for now. I'll just relax out here if that's okay. If you're sure, would have been nice to have you, but alright, see you in a bit. Hey, I've got an idea. You want to try a reserved private bath instead? It's pretty small, but it still comes with the sauna. You interested? Huh? How did you know I... It's Edith. You meet all kinds of people here with different needs and comfort levels. Grandpa and the others built it to cater to people who might prefer to soak alone, whether it's out of custom or whatever. What do you say, you in? I would actually like that, thank you. I'll take you up on that offer. So he obviously is hiding something.
いい感じだ。
Makes you wonder if this is like super helpful for Reset, since she's partly mechanical.
体温上昇汗がすごいな
And Quattro was covering his chest area, so it makes you wonder about some stuff.
またいつでもどうぞ
Alright, well, before we get started, let me see what we got. Okay, let's do Aaron and... I guess we'll do the Dingo one. I'm sure we'll get a free point for one of the other ones as well. But let's start with the Aaron one. Van went back to the office, bringing Yume upstairs with him. Come on, Yums, cheer up already. Don't gotta be so mad. I'm not mad. I was just really looking forward to it. The night before the previous work trip. Van, are you going on our work trip? Yep, got some stuff in the city called Basil. Oh, you better behave for Agnes and Ferry, alright? I will, and you be a good girl while I'm gone, okay? If you behave, I'll bring you back some snacks. Yay, promise me? If you do, I promise to be a good girl. Yup, it's a promise, Yums. Oh, well. You completely slipped my mind with everything that happened back in Basil. I feel awful. It's okay, you must have been really busy. I don't mind, and I can always ask Grandpa for snacks. Nope, she totally minds. If she goes back looking like that, Victor's gonna skin me alive. Looks like you're getting sent to the doghouse. Aaron, why are you here? It's rude to listen in on people, you know. Yeah, you just need some snacks. They're a little different, right? Hold on a sec, I've got just the thing. Big brother Aaron? Aaron left and came back soon after carrying some ingredients. Wow, Aaron, you can cook? You gotta learn when you live alone for so long. I don't think I'm as good as your grandpa, but I'm not too shabby either. What you gonna make? Oh, you'll see. Ooh, that looks yummy. These are mantou, right? Kinda. Similar, but not the same. Here you go, kiddo. Have a bite. Thanks. It's so sweet. I love it. Huh? What's the matter? Sweet tooth aching for a bite? I mean, yeah, I'm a little interested. Not like I'm dying to have one or anything, though. Call it academic curiosity, since I'm a professional sweets connoisseur and everything. Alright, just shut up and try one. Your excuses are embarrassing. Don't mind if I do. What the? Such subtle sweetness inside this round package, and the buttery smooth texture from the filling reminds me of red bean paste. And is that egg? It's sweetness at its center, yet it also has the slightest hint of sourness to balance it out too. So many flavors all compacted together, it's sublime. Eating this warms my very soul. I knew letting you have it was a bad idea. It's so sweet and smooth and yummy. The dough's kneaded with honey, and the eggs got their seasoning before getting mixed in. The filling's hawthorn mixed with crystal sugar. Gives it some nice variety, both in texture and sweetness. It's also what gives it some nice acidity. Damn, look at you hiding the secret cooking talents behind the punk facade. I don't get what you guys are talking about, but you're amazing, Aaron. Hell yeah, I am. That's all you need to know about me. Hey, can I share them with Mommy and Grandpa? I want them to try too. Sure, there's plenty to go around. Better eat them while they're still hot. Yay, okay, I'll be back. Yume hoisted the plate of sweets and took off beaming. Thanks for that, kid. You saved my hide. Damn straight I did. You owe me for that, Chief. Yeah, I know. But you seriously caught me off guard. Didn't think you'd know your way around a kitchen. Well, I don't make sweet stuff all that often compared to how I was growing up. I like savory stuff better now. Where'd you pick up this recipe then? His mom, probably. My mom used to make these all the time. She was a theater actress just like me. They were her way of celebrating plays going well. I liked them a lot, when I was a kid at least. Huh, guess acting runs in the family. You got it. She was pretty damn popular back in the day, too. Oh, the music is going down. Anybody who knew anything about theater knew who she was. But if they had the sort of technology we do now, man, I'm telling you. She'd easily be up there with that Phoenix dancer chick from Ark and Seal. Oh, Ilya. You're really proud of your mom, huh? I mean, how can I not be? She raised my punk ass all by herself for Ado's sake. I didn't have a dad growing up. Mom was the only family I ever had. She's the reason I'm into theater, you know. But she died before I got any good at it. Did she teach you how to make those sweets? Bingo. She taught me right as I started getting into theater. Then I don't think you gotta worry about it. Worry about what? You said they were her way of celebrating her plays being a success, right? Then she obviously taught you because she was already sure you'd succeed as an actor. And you know what? I'd bet you anything she could already see you performing on stage, absolutely killing it. Probably knew from the start you'd make it. That's what I think anyway. Damn it, where the hell did that come from? Aaron, I got a package for you. For me? What gives? I don't know, this lady on an Orbital bike told me to give it to you. Said it was from Langport. She did? Hey, didn't you just make these? That's weird. A few letters, too. I figured you're probably getting lonely up in Edith right about now, so I tried to make these the way your mom's used to taste. It's from Ashen, right? Make us proud up there. Yours truly, Ashen. P.S. Try not to be a pain in the butt to Van and everyone else there, okay? Hey, buddy, Ashen had me taste test these to make sure they'd be up to snuff for you. Keep your chin up and don't stop for nothing. It's what Sei and Huang would want, Sid. Damn it, Ashen, mind your own business. What the hell's Sid doing here, acting like he's doing me a favor just for playing taste tester? Those guys, I swear. I think what they're trying to say is you still got a family, even if you don't got any blood relatives left. They still really care about you. Yeah. Are you lonely, Aaron? Do you want to play with me? I promise you'll feel all better if you do. Sure, sport. Sounds like fun. What do I do with these, though? They're just gonna end up getting wasted. Ask Agnes and everyone else to come. Then we can eat them together. Sounds perfect. We'll make a whole party of it. Don't get too carried away, kid. Don't want the neighbors getting mad. Aaron has a soft spot for Yume. Aaron just did as Yume suggested and had the rest of the agency over for his tasty sweets party. Once the impromptu party wrapped up, Van resumed his normal activities.
借りができちまったな。そのうちとっておきのいい店を教えてやるよ。
Come to think of it, we never really look at the different things here. So let's go. Oh, I guess they just put the info right there from the whatever you learn. All right, and let's see. I think we're gonna do the Dingo one, and then I guess we'll do Quattros with the extra point that we get. We're doing this test in the outskirts of the city. Guess it involves the wireless boosters and extenders that are being set up along the highway then. Heh, you really don't let any technology news pass you by, do you? I just happened to catch a rumor about it. The test is for a new cutting-edge feature for orbital cameras. It's called cloud storage. Oh, here we go. It lets one upload data directly to the orbital network using those wireless boosters and extenders. If it works properly, I'll be able to capture and save more photos and videos while I'm out in the field. Having a copy there makes it less likely for the data to be lost or damaged, supposedly. Damn, technology sure is advancing fast these days. The tech's still in development, though. A small portion is being tested by the military. But I do expect the feature to hit the market eventually. How'd you get your hands on it? You testing them for Marduk or something? Nah, I got it through Kitty. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. You met her through that case with the rich kid last year, right? Yeah, we swap info every now and then. It's funny to think about how many shared acquaintances we have now. Fate works in weird-ass ways. You can say that again. Stop the car here. This is your first test spot? That's right, I won't be long. Works like a dream. The transfer speed isn't half bad either. You mind driving me to the next spot? Sure thing. You met her shortly after our first encounter, right? Huh? Kitty. Oh, yeah. Feels like it's been ages since then. 5 years ago, I helped her shake off an insane jackass. And then I got her into Crossbell, where she took refuge for a while. So yeah, so literally, after Sky 3rd, that's how Ren ended up in Crossbell, because Van helped her get in there. Sounds like she was going through a difficult time. That ain't the half of it. At that point, she had given up on a lot in her life. She was also really aggressive. Funny, that's exactly how I would describe you from back then. You used to be constantly at my throat, remember? Yeah, I guess I was. Not to make excuses, but I was young and dumb. I'd only just started as a Spriggan, so I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Yet, even so, I couldn't help but be drawn to you. Your latent potential was clear as day. I wish your assistants could have seen what you were like at the time. That makes one of us. The sooner everyone can forget that period of my life, the better. Bah, I'll never forget how you're always looking out for me, despite how much of a walking hazard I was to myself and everyone around me. I still remember the first piece of advice you gave me.
今自分にできることは何なのか、それと自分がやりたいことは何なのか、そこのギャップにこそ前に進むためのヒントがある。
That's good advice. I only vaguely recall saying that, to be honest. Those words helped me out a bunch of times. That's so. Okay, pull over here. Here's the second stop. We're a good bit away from the city, but the signal's still decent. The transfer speed is a tad slower, but I can deal with it. Could you take me to the next spot? Will do. I hear you've hired yet another assistant. The number of people in your employ is growing fast. A little too fast, if you ask me. But at least I don't have to do paperwork anymore. Reset's sparing me that headache. Well, regardless, you've been surrounding yourself with some interesting people. Especially the blonde-haired one. She's an Aramis student like Kitty, right? If my instincts are right, she... Let's not play detective with her. Everyone's got their secrets, right? True enough. I suppose you and I also have things we don't want to share with each other. Yep, we both got sides we'd rather keep hidden. The only person who can face that part of yourself is you. Couldn't have put it any better myself. Here we are. This is the final spot. So I guess Dingo was going to say that he realizes stuff about Agnes. Afterwards, Van and Dingo reached the Memorial Park. Upon confirming there were no data transfer problems with the Orbital Network, they made their way back to Edith. I'm honestly impressed. I thought the connection would have been more spotty given how far we were from the city. Guess we can call this test a success. Yeah, thanks for the help, Van. Now I can... Yeah, no problem. Always happy to lend a hand. The cloud storage thing still sounds crazy to me. The technology's come a long way in the last decade. This is true, and you've seen that firsthand in Basil while working with Marduk. It's all a result of generations of people building on the achievements of those who came before them. Is that the kind of thinking you always look out for Mariel? You trying to help the next generation? Perhaps it might be why I did the same for you 5 years ago. I just can't bring myself to turn a blind eye to someone in need, even if I honestly don't know if I have the right to be helping anyone. Especially after all the pain I caused with my poor judgment in my younger years. Dingo. I've just got one thing to say to that. You've taught me a lot over these past 5 years. And I'm sure Marielle's absorbing a fair bit from you too. The knowledge she gains from you will definitely help her as she follows her own path through life, just as it helped me with mine. I'm not gonna let anyone dismiss everything. I'm not gonna let anyone dismiss everything you've done for us, and that includes you. Besides, if you're saying you got poor judgment, where does that leave us? Fair point. I didn't mean to slight you or her. Forget I said anything. That wasn't like me. Still. No, he's a grown man now. It's not my place to tell him that. I'm sure the influence those around him will lead him to realize the truth on his own. Being awfully quiet all of a sudden. Oh, I was just thinking about how much you've grown these past 5 years. You were still pretty immature back then. Can we not talk about this? The two of them drove back to the capital. Van then bade farewell to Dingo and returned to his work.
いろいろ落ち着いたらベルモッティのところで乾杯するか。
That's probably our final,
おごってやるさ。
our final thing we can get for him. Since he only has a level 3. Alright, we can get started a little bit before ending the video. We can at least grab all 3 jobs and see what they're about. Oh, it's not even here. First one's in Riverside. Guess we can talk to Bermati while we're here too. Oh. There's something in Bermati's anyway. Dangerous large monster. Oh, thank God. There's still a lingering scent. I just, it's nice. I love the story-based ones, but after a while, I'm just kind of like, I kind of want to just progress the story. All right, let's see what's going on in Bermati's. Hey.
マジかよ。3年近くごまかされてたってのか。
ええ、完全にしてやられましたね。
These were the two, these two were hooded in the underground before.
おそらく総長と副長、そして芸家だけがご存知だったんでしょう。
くそ、おとぼけ先輩め。総長も総長で水臭すぎんだろ。やっぱそのうちリベンジマッチを申し込むしかなさそうだな。
Not to rain on your parade, but the odds aren't quite stacked in your favor here. Where do the score stands as of now? 2 wins, 7 losses? 3 wins, 7 losses, excuse you. It's not staying that way for long. These two they were present at the Blacklight District. They're dressed rather oddly. Are you guys acquainted? Barely, if that. What are you doing here, Spriggan? Ah, speak of the devil. Guess that chance at another meeting wasn't too far off. Got too hot under those hoods? Had to take a layer off? You wish. We were just being careful. Let's just say we got a complicated relationship with someone who was also there. This is how we dress on a daily basis. Appropriate travel attire, regardless of whether it's by train, airship, or otherwise. Oh right, the needless noggin priest I met way back was dressed like that too. Needle noggin? Wait, you know Kevin? You don't look much like your traveling priest or sister, you know. There, I'll have to agree with you. Don't see what you're laughing about, it's just clothes. So, if I were to guess, I would assume you and Van share an acquaintance. You could say that.
ああ、あたしらに文句あんのか？共和国のスプリガン。いや、崑崙流の落ちこぼれ伝承者だ。
まあまあ、セリスさん。すぐにガンつけるのは良くないですよ。いくら表と裏の間でフラフラしているどこの馬の骨とも知れない人だからって。
Just met, but you sure got an opinion on me already. Not very fair if you ask me. Don't even know who you two are. Guess we can tell you that much. I'm not pleased personally, but very well. Celis Orticia.
セリスだ。 セリス・オルテシア、あくまで巡回シスターでな。よろしく頼むぜ。裏解決屋に女子ども。
Leon Balthazar. Oh, they localized his name.
リオン・バルタザールです。一応セリスさんのサポート
I guess sounding wise it's still the same. Like in Japanese it's Rion, so R-I-O-N, but Rion and Leon are very close, so it's probably just easier to say Leon.
改めてよろしく。解決事務所の皆さん。そちらの所長さん以外はですが。
Give me a break here. We barely even know each other and you're already baring your teeth at me. Whatever, you guys already know me, so it's saving me the part of the intro. But the gist is, I take jobs from anyone, long as they don't cross the line. Even if you two don't like me much, I'll be willing to take a job or two from you. Might even help clear up that nasty impression of me you got. It'll be up to you to prove us wrong. Do appreciate a man that sticks to his principles. Huh. Unbunch your panties, Arkride. We're not here to pick a fight with you. I thought my heart was gonna beat right on my chest. Those two are clearly not your average sister and priest. True, but I don't think that part about them belonging to the church was a lie. Reminds me of a book I read once. I'll need to update our records. The 4th and 11th are far stronger than our initial analysis results indicated. Well, she just kind of gave the secret away. So they're obviously, according to Reset, these two are Dominions. And so I guess Van has met Kevin before because he was talking about the spiky-haired priest. Well, visit Van and his crew. Welcome, dears, welcome. I'm entertaining some unusual guests at the moment, though I think you three might already be acquainted, no? Acquainted, yeah, but they sure ain't gonna be getting a birthday card from me. Gonna guess they stopped by for some info. Good try, darling, but you know I can't tell you that. But I might be willing to relent this time if you ask nicely. I might even be willing to tell you that they're here asking about A. You see, they have their sights set on a certain organization that A happens to be employing. Oh yeah? All that guards overseers got artifacts with them. It was a matter of time until the Septian Church sent someone over to try and recover those. Oh, you finally brought over that fresh hire I've been hearing so much about. Dr. Silesian, right? You're one of Professor Hamilton's students, aren't you, sweetie? That's right, and you must be Brahmati. I've heard my fair share about you as well. Namely about how you're a reputable information broker. It's a pleasure. I'll be providing technical support from here on, so I'm at your service if ever the need arises. Oh, what a peach. Trust me, the pleasure is all mine. You got a full litter of pups to watch over now, don't you, Van dear? No more slacking off for you. Don't you have a cocktail to make or something? Don't worry, we all do our best to pull our own weight. I look forward to a mutually supportive relationship between us, Mr. Brahmati. Well, there you have it. Alright, let's grab those other 4 SPGs before we end off, just so we know what kind of jobs we're getting into. We also have the movie theater we can go to. Oh, okay. Hey, did you read this month's Buzz Raider? I haven't yet. My friend told me about what they wrote about Judith Lancer. Oh, here we go. At first I was shocked by it, but the more I think about it, maybe it makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally, I hear you. Judith Lancer sure is famous, getting people to talk about her as much as they do. I feel like I've been hearing her name come up an awful lot these past couple of days. I know, I wonder if something happened to her. What, feeling a little concerned for her? I suppose so. It's hard not to worry when people are speculating about her so much. Are you a fan of hers, Agnes? I am, but that's not the only reason I'm concerned in this instance. Those two were discussing contents of Buzz Raider, yes? I've seen the magazine on newsstands from time to time. Yeah, it's something of a rival to Meld, the place that Dingo works for. Buzz Raider's got more of a dicier rep by comparison. Gotta take their stories with a couple grains of salt and then some. But it's always possible those guys manage to dig up some sort of scoop on Judith, for better or worse. If you guys are that curious, we can always buy a copy at the bookstore. You can consider it another way to gather intel. You rely on even tabloids to gather information? Is that really such a good idea? Don't get me wrong, about 90% of what they publish is bullshit. But it ain't smart to write off rags like that altogether either. I just want to know if something happened to her, at the very least. Hopefully Buzz Raider can explain what. Then let's go ahead and swing by the bookstore later and pick up a copy. Doesn't hurt to check it out. Is that all that we're doing here? Is there only 2 jobs then?
そういやちょいと気になるネタがあったな
バズレイダー。そこの本屋でも覗いてみるか。
Once the party bought their copy of Buzzrare, they proceeded to page through its contents outside the bookstore. Judith Lancer and Maxim the Red Comet madly in love, it says. What? Those two? Maxim, as in Maxim Lugan? He's the Z1 champion, yes? I do recall both of them being single, but is it really worth people getting so worked up about it? We're talking about two big celebrities possibly getting together here. That's enough reason enough to work people into a frenzy. But I think it's safe to say what's actually in the article that's got people talking. Maxim Lugan has lovers in countless places. Word on the street is he pays visits to these women while taking his road trips. We at Buzzrare believe Judith Lancer is one such mistress of his, tricked into becoming one after being fed lies by the race car driver. Okay, now I see what all the fuss is about. The source for this article seems rather unreliable. Agreed, it's hard to take this article seriously with material like this. All they've got to back up their claims is a single photo. The rest of it could be totally made up bullshit. Which, to be fair, is pretty for the course magazines like that, so no surprise there. That's good to know. I can't say I'm otherwise in the habit of reading these sort of publications often. In any case, whether those two have gotten together or not is their business. It's not our place to comment on. Yeah, I suppose you're right. But if you ask me, I can't see someone like Grimcat hooking up with the likes of him. Though I wouldn't put it past her to have a whole harem of hot items hanging around her. Sure would be nice if fancy cars really brought that sort of attention to a guy, I'll say that much. Fan, what's the matter? Sorry, I got lost in my own thoughts for a sec. Let's get moving. So, I guess there's only 2 jobs then. I guess this late in the game, maybe they assume people are kind of tired of the day-to-day stuff. Either that or this board could have 2 jobs, for all we know. Oh, hey, it's our painter lady. She's still here. It's kind of more of a... I mean, it's still kind of cloudy, but a clearer day. She can probably see, whatever that... I forget what the building's called. But she can see it a lot better now. Run into something of an annoying problem, okay? Okay, so it's just 2 jobs. Understood. I believe I'm qualified to help with the orbital network related one. Oh, I'm sure you'll be more than qualified. Looking forward to seeing you kick ass on the keyboard.
どちらの依頼も気になるけど、でもグレンデル化が必要かというと。
ま、荒事はないに越したことはねえからな。
Alright, so next time we're going to go ahead and handle these requests, so we'll handle the... let's talk to Painter Lady first. No, it's just... no, this is a mockery. This isn't the tower at all. I have to put my all into this. I must put the tower's mystique to canvas, or that Imperial fop will have me beat at the concourse. I can feel burnout creeping into my body, but I banish it. I can't give out until I've cracked the tower's code. Alright, well, good luck. I guess you have a rival in the Empire. So yeah, so next time we'll go ahead and get started on this job, which it looks like our client's right over there. So we'll go ahead and help him out. And then once we're done with that, we will handle the monster extermination after that. And then I'm sure the story will progress from then onward. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.